The COVID-19 pandemic brought day-to-day life to a standstill. A curfew was imposed in Sri Lanka on 20th March 2020 that lasted for about 2 months to slow the spread of the pandemic. Severe economic and social impacts were reported during this period, including difficulties in access to essential goods and services. The Department of Transport and Logistics Management of the Faculty of Engineering, University of Moratuwa, conducted this survey between the 12th and 20th April during the curfew. Over 1,100 respondents from all districts in Sri Lanka took part in the online survey. The analysis led to 10 noteworthy findings that would be useful for the future. Working from home. Participants revealed that prior to COVID-19, only 21% were allowed to practice work from home by their employers. This rose to 46% during the curfew. Out of this, 35% were working from home all 5 days or more, which was a significant increase from the previous 8%. Overall impact on households. Data reveals that travel patterns have been affected by 80% when compared to the pre-COVID-19 period. The impact on household income has been uniformly distributed with almost an identical impact across households. Access to essential items was also reported to be moderate to high. Who suffered the most? Further analysis on the impact of income loss shows a strong relationship with the population engaged in informal employment. An almost identical relationship was observed for those in informal employment in terms of accessing essential items. Understandably, those in informal employment were the worst affected. What goods were most inaccessible? In terms of accessing essential goods during the curfew, it was observed that around 2/3 of all households experienced difficulties. Medicines and household repairs became inaccessible, especially in the northern, eastern and western provinces. Online services. The proportion of people using online and teleservices increased in almost all sectors, though recording relatively smaller gains in medical services and banking sectors. The largest gains were, however, in the purchase of dry goods, perishables and medicines, where the use of online services doubled or tripled. Purchase of essential items. It was found that the most common source of purchasing perishables and proteins was from street vendors. For all other items, visiting the outlet physically was the most frequent method of purchasing essentials. Stock levels. It was found that households on average before the curfew were stocking up around 3 to 4 days of perishables and proteins. During the lockdown, this increased to around 4 to 5 days. In the case of dry goods, this increased from 8 to 14 days, while for medicine it increased from 13 to 19 days. Impact on work and social travel. Respondents agreed that work-related travel would be severely affected within the first month after the curfew is lifted. They disagreed that it would have an impact after 1 year. Respondents believed that visiting friends and relatives would be greatly reduced during the first month after the curfew is lifted. However, many felt there would be no lasting impacts 1 year later. Use of public transport, taxis and three-wheelers. Many agreed that public transport would be severely affected during the first month after the lifting of curfew, but showed hope of things returning to normality after 1 year. The response to the use of taxis and three-wheelers was identical to that on public transport, indicating public perception that they were equally vulnerable. Online purchases. There is limited evidence that people would continue to use online and tele-purchasing during the first month after the curfew is lifted. They seem to be even less keen to buy online 1 year on from the lockdown. We would like to wrap up by thanking everyone who participated in the survey.